Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Tar Heels will... the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sharks offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Whoa, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Handoff from the gun. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to...
And the ball is intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Rain games are so annoying for an offense when you want to throw the football and it's coming down and you can't grip it. But I just remember back in Little League football, rain practices were the best, weren't they? You just run and dive as hard as you can into the puddles, see how far you can slide. And the great thing was, Mama had to clean your uniform and not you.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On second down, looking to throw. He's going for the big play. Fires and picked off.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double-teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips. Try to give your quarterback more time.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
The Sharks decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll bring it back. It's Hamilton. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Dances away. Unleashes to the end zone. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive, and they can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes. When I'm a defense and I got them backed up, is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation, backed up, close to their own end zone.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. With this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Touchdown, UNC! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a... And that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives live? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On the return, it's Hamilton. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And the QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Getting some heat. Right down the middle. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Sharks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On the return, it's Hamilton. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's looking deep. He caught it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So a little too much contact through the PI flag. They'll decline that one in a touchdown stand. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Single play, hit the big chunk, get the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Bullock. See the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Off play action. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep them standing up.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. The Sharks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block, it's Hamilton. Obliterates him, still on the move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On second down, just keeps firing. Caught near the sticks, it's Fowler. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
To the air on first down. Going for 6. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Penny.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it's...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Sharks will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Hits the spin cycle.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Sharks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Bringing it back, it's Hamilton. And now the ball is knocked free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Sharks will line up to punt it away. On the move, it's Hamilton. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gonna take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this...
Looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Sharks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30.
First and 10.
And down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half.
42, Sharks, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Ripping through the defense. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And the beatdown has ensued. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown.
Sharks, 0.
Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try it over the left side. Runs through a tackle. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Ward. Breaks the tackle. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Fires on the move. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the route is on.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Grimes. Gets away. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, UNC. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Now this offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Discards a man. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
To the air, it's Grimes. Fires to the big fella. Makes one man miss. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Fighting off the defender. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stopped him for a short gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Sharks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Hamilton. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He makes a grab. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down first and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
Touchdown, North Carolina! And the pummeling has started.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. They're bringing nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss.
You know, quarterbacks practice ball security as well throughout the week, and he has to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball. He knows this defense is trying to rip it out. They're trying to get a hat on the football. He's lucky that he was able to recover his own fumble there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lost one down the sideline. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Movement here from the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. They'll immediately call timeout. And here comes the offense on second down. Running it to the right. Bulls his way forward. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Running with power. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
Brings up second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll start this drive firing. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw, trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Escapes the sack. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Now, Mike,